Hello, if you didn't play Need for Speed Unbound yet and you are wondering if it's worth buying it now, then let me try to answer the question for you. I don't think it's important to explain the whole game, so I'll try to mention only the main concerns which may or may not convince you. The game received several patches so far, and to be honest they were an improvement, but mainly for the online mode, which could still get more love from the developers. A server can hold up to 16 players, and racing in a lobby is sometimes hard to achieve. If you start a playlist with races, 8 of those 16 people can join you. Unfortunately, sometimes only 2 or 3 of them will join. This is a huge drawback for online, since you may not be able to find players to race with because you are limited to those in your server. The story is, I guess, okay for a Need for Speed game. There are moments in dialogues where you might find it cringe or just awful, but overall I would say it's decent at most. I mean, the main antagonist of the story never shows up. He's like a god or a spirit. People talk about him, but you never meet him. But let's talk about the gameplay. The game is fun. If you were not a fan of Break the Drift in previous titles, then this one is great for racing with grip. The handling is a pretty good step towards the right direction, but at the same time the drift handling is worse. The burst nitro mechanic is awesome. You have regular nitros that works in a standard way, and on top of that you refill a stronger version of NOS that gives you huge boost for a short time. The stronger NOS is refilled by doing such things as burnout, grip and the drift turns, or even crashing cups, jumps, drafting and so on. And you have a short time to use it too, otherwise you simply lose it. Cops aren't that challenging, they're easier than in Heat, but they are annoying to avoid. They literally spawn in front of you, and this is a problem with the heat system that is in this game. When you start the session, you start with no heat. Do a race and your heat is increased. You can't drop the heat level in a session. If you want to lose the heat, you need to end the day or night by going to the safe house. And it's really easy to reach heat level 5. Maybe not in the beginning of the game, but later on you're pretty much always on level 5. And, like I said, if you are not in a police chase, you can be within the next 10 seconds since they spawn around you, blocking any way to reach to the meetup or safe house. Later into the game, you pretty much need to drive off-road all the time to avoid getting spotted by police. I also mentioned meetups. They are gathering spots for races, where you have a few playlists with races to complete. I find them pretty interesting and refreshing. It's definitely different from previous games. The main drawback is that you can't start just one specific race if you want to. You simply need to play the whole playlist. The story is divided into 4 weeks, in which you have several day and night cycles. At the end of each week you have a qualifier, and if you win it you move to the next week. If you lose, you go back to Friday and try again. I have spent over 70 hours now in this game. It was more than enough to beat the game and spend some time in the online mode. Some things could have been done differently, for sure, but the game is still fun. Cartoon effects are subjective. You may dislike them and that's fine, I get it. In my case, it didn't bother me. And there was an update that allows you to disable these cartoon effects for your car and get normal smoke. You can't disable it completely, but at least you can do it for yourself. While there are some clear negative aspects of this game, and it's far from perfect, it is really great if you want to occupy yourself with something. It will probably take you over 20 hours to complete the story mode, and it should be a fun time. Is it worth the full price? Definitely not. Is it worth to buy the game when it's on discount? Sure. If the price is 50% off or more, of course, then I believe you should give it a try. Nowadays the game is on huge discounts, which makes it even more worth. Thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next videos. Bye!